What's going on, guys? Lawson Turner back with another episode of the Cover 2 podcast. And in the previous video, we went over the Indiana Pacers pulling it out late against the Milwaukee Bucks. So for this video, we're going to be going over the second game and then next one, the nightcap. So the Mavs defeated the Clippers 101 to 90. The Mavs take a 2-1 series lead as they take game 3 and defend home court. The biggest thing for me, the biggest the biggest thing for me when watching this game, what do we know about the Clippers? They're very heavy isolation team. James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard in the limited minutes that he's played over the past couple games, you know, we saw tonight in which he only played 24 minutes. He's still trying to get acclimated into his role because when Harden plays when Kawhi's at 100% is completely different than when Kawhi doesn't play at all or only plays at 60, 70. So we saw Kawhi in 24 minutes have 9 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. That in 24 minutes, that's about as good as it's going to get from Kawhi, and he was still playing good defense. So let's highlight some of the Clippers players. James Harden, really nice game. 21 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Now, he was a lot more efficient than what we normally see James Harden. He was 7 of 13 from the floor, 5 of 8 from 3, and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Ivica Zubac continues to dominate. 19 points and 8 rebounds in tonight's game. Just a dominating performance inside all around. Norman Powell chipped in 21 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. He, I think he was a snub for being a finalist for Sixth Man of the Year. That's a conversation for a different day. Paul George, who was in foul trouble essentially all night long. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He ended the game with 5 fouls and shot 3 for 11 from the floor, 1 for 6 from 3. Let's transition into Dallas Mavericks. Luka, who hasn't had one of those Luka Doncic, trademark games where it's, 38, 10, and 11, and he hits 6, 7 threes. This game, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 7 of 25 from the floor, 3 for 14 from 3. He's getting good looks, they're just not dropping. And his tag team partner, Kyrie Irving, chipped in 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. This backcourt has shown to me that when it's time to buckle down and play defense, they have length, active hands, and rim protection. Now they're not as big on the glass, but when you have length and Luka, who's a really good rebounding guard, and PJ Washington, who's long, and Daniel Gafford, who can chip in a little bit, and Kyrie, who for a point guard is a good rebounder, you won't have much problems. The third player that I wanted to spotlight on the Mavs is Derek Lively, the second. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 blocks in 15 minutes. That's an outstanding tertiary piece that you can get. And I'm not saying he's going to give you 13 a night, but if he can give you 15 to 18 solid minutes, and he's only a rookie, he's going to get better. So let's dive into some of the others that just aren't stats on players. The Dallas Mavericks forced 19 turnovers. The Clippers had 19 turnovers that led to 29 points off those turnovers for the Dallas Mavericks, while the Dallas Mavericks only had 8 turnovers that led to 14 points off of turnovers. The Clippers, like I mentioned, they're a big ISO team, so when these players get into the lane, and if Harden doesn't beat his initial defender and gets into the lane, what do we know? He's either going to do a lefty floater or he's going to try and kick. And the Mavs were getting a lot of hands on balls when players were driving, forcing them loose and getting a lot of fast break opportunities. Points in the paint, Dallas dominated that category 52 to 38. For as big as Zubac is, he can only do so much as well on the inside. And so at the end of the first quarter, the Clippers were at 5, and I was like, okay, this is another low scoring game, kind of like game 2. And I wondered at what point were the Mavs going to go on run, because with the Mavs, I'm getting a little bit of a baby Denver Nuggets vibe. Not that they're on the same, you know, side of the table, but the fact that they're going to stay in it and then they're going to go on a run. And the Clippers were at 5 after the first quarter, and then from the 9:08 to the 2:08 mark in the second quarter, the Mavs going a 25-7 run. And I was essentially like, well, damn, the Clippers stalled out. They flat out stalled out, and they're not capitalizing on anything. They're going way too much ISO, and then they ended up pardon me, and then they ended up going to a 2-3 zone to try and throw some momentum off at the Mavs, and they did not. But in the third quarter, the Clippers were down 63-45 with 8 minutes left, and then from the 8 minute mark to the 153 mark, they go on a 17-5 run to cut it to 6. Now, Dallas would end the third quarter being up 11. And then from this next moment that I'm about to talk about was the Mavs open the fourth quarter on an 8-0 run, and you're back down 7, and you're down 19, not 17. You're down 19, and the game is essentially over. Now, 19 in the fourth, there's still a whole lot of time, but let's not talk about your scoring plays. This game got chippy, and I could feel it. I could sense it when I was watching that there's going to be some tea, some trash talk, maybe even some ejections, and there was a little bit of all of it. Russell Westbrook and PJ Washington get into a little bit of a skirmish. Officials had to get involved, security, and players had to just kind of be separated because Russell Westbrook kind of slung Luka around, and PJ Washington, post game after the ejection, after the game, said, defend 77 at all cost. They know what it is. You don't punk our superstar. You don't do that. And they both got ejected with about 6 minutes to go. And out of all the playoff games Russ Westbrook has played, this is his first time being ejected, which shows to the how just maybe that was the toughness spark that the Clippers need for game 4. That's in Dallas. Well, no shit, Lawson. They go 2-2-1-1. Stupid. um, that's about all the thoughts and really things that I have to say about this Clippers game. It was tough back and forth early. The Clippers made a run late, and then Dallas blew it back open to start the fourth quarter. That's about all I have for you guys. Let me not ramble. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts, opinions, concerns in the comments below. When are we gonna see the 38-point triple double from Luka in the playoffs? Could it be next game? Do the Mavs go up 3-1, or do the Clippers tie it up 2-2 going back to LA? Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to follow the show's Twitter account. That will be linked in the description. That is uh, our handle on Twitter is at the Cover2Pod 26. Like I said, that link will be in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. For the Cover 2 podcast, I'm Lawson Turner, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.